All right, from the city that brought you
Ting.
a lie.
Manza.
Nyai. This is Owned In Podcast. My name is Faheem.
I'm NellyJ.
I'm Nick.
Special guest.
Special guest for the day.
Woo! Yes, Nick, thanks for being here, man. So, what's up today now? Faheem? What's going on?
Well, actually, first of all, I want to make sure Nick gets the proper intro. Known him for quite a while. Big fight fan. Big sports fan. Very thorough guy. So I'm happy to have him here. And
You seem happy.
I guess I kind of want to start off with Errol Spence Jr.
First of all, his name Errol. The name Errol, anyways, we'll continue.
Okay.
I like it. I like it.
But
a good
Errol
name.
is like an old grandpa name. So when I see, he must be Jamaican, clearly.
He is.
Yeah, because
He
Errol,
is.
that's a Jamaican, for sure, J-A name. You never see anyone named Errol that's not from Jamaica. Anyways, go on true.
So actually, all jokes aside with that, he did get in an accident this past week.
Yeah, I guess no time to joke, right?
Yeah.
So,
Not a laughing matter.
what happened? How did this happen? Would you
Flipped
say?
his car 4 times. What was it, a Lamborghini or Ferrari?
Ferrari, I think it was
a Ferrari.
Was
Yeah.
he by himself?
Yes.
By himself,
Yes.
yeah. Or was he by himself and the other guy was in a seatbelt? You know what?
So
So-
I'd
hold
have
up.
to check
So-
up on that one.
So he was speeding,
right,
high level,
Went
Right.
over
with
a
no
median.
seatbelt.
right.
Okay, Errol.
No,
Errol.
car flipped 4 times, no seatbelt, went through the windshield, and I found out just as of today that he's going to be okay, obviously, but
Oh,
they
praise
say
God.
no broken bones.
Yeah.
He is lucky. Wow.
So God's looking out for him.
Yeah, because
he's-
Left Eye had the similar. She was driving similar thing, and she went through the windshield and she passed away. Remember, Left Eye.
Is that how Left Eye died?
Yeah, no seatbelt on.
Whoa.
So,
That's
context, can somebody, so we know that he was in serious condition,
Yes.
but we also know that he didn't break any bones. right?
Yes.
wow.
So, what constitutes serious condition when you've not broken any bones? Did he have a collapsed lung?
Concussion, maybe.
Did he? And that's what I'm getting at.
No.
So he's a professional boxer.
Oh, that's right.
If he's had a bad concussion or some sort of head injury, he could have no broken bones but be half brain dead, right?
So that makes
That-
sense, but
yes.
they did come out this afternoon that he is like okay. He even tweeted something like
He tweeted.
yes about saying
He's
something,
he tweeted, not
Yeah.
his,
No,
not his
saying-
ting.
saying something like no broken bones. I'm a savage.
Okay.
So,
no,
like,
you're not
he
a
is, like-
savage. You gotta put your seatbelt on, bro.
No, well, think about this though. I'm definitely an advocate for a seatbelt,
Yeah.
but if he had a seatbelt on, that means he's flipping multiple times with that
Oh.
Ferrari. So in this situation, it may have worked out to be his benefit that he
That
went
he
through
wasn't
the
wearing-
windshield and let the car continue to flip. I'm
There's
just
no
saying.
way. There's no way we
Honestly,
can know. There's
No,
way
that
we
needs
can
to be
know.
a scientific, because literally
Right.
at the end of the day, I just don't know how not wearing a seatbelt is not safer, because remember, the car's flipping and dynamic wise, the physics, your body is being obviously pushed left,
with the
right,
vehicle.
and there's no type of security, so he could have easily
Well,
broken
there's airbags.
Airbags, yes. But for someone like myself, I've also been in a bad accident before when I was a kid, and I had no seatbelt on. But I fractured, not broken, but I fractured 12 ribs. But my brothers who had seatbelt on only had scratches in an accident. So I don't see how it being in a car without a seatbelt on, you'll have less or more injuries. Because to me,
So
in the past accident I've been in, not having one on, I fractured ribs, and my brothers, they were fine. They only had a scratch or whatever. So
So does he box again?
I don't know.
I say yes.
I don't
say yes.
know.
Here's the thing.
Do you think a doctor will let him box after something like this?
That's what I was just gonna say. He's a doctor.
Remember,
right?
he's 30, right?
No. He's
He's how old is he now?
he's in his prime.
28 maybe.
Yeah,
28,
late 20s.
29?
You could pull that up.
Okay.
I just want to lastly say this. He's in a position where, being a boxer, he's conditioned daily to have his body hit. Physical content, think about this. He trains daily in his prime. His body is like muscle memory, almost to say. That if I go through the windshield, I'm snapping like a wooden match. You know what I'm saying?
We all would. We all
Errol
would.
Spence, whose body's trained to take all sorts of contact, perhaps he's more
Suited
That's
for a
suited
car accident.
for. That's all I'm saying.
Athletes, please put your seatbelts on. Athletes, do not follow Errol Spence.
Everybody, put your seatbelts on.
Please
yeah.
don't follow Errol Spence. But no, honestly, I think it's just luck. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything.
Blessed.
I think he's just lucky as hell. Because Kevin Hart is also not trained, but Kevin Hart had an accident as well with his friend, and they're in serious back injuries, right? So that's why I'm like, to me, it was just maybe that day, that angle, temperature, like, it can be many factors as to why he can walk away and say, tweet, he's a savage.
So before the accident, Sean Porter was calling him out for a rematch because they just fought, what was it, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, a few
Something
weeks
like
ago.
that?
Right.
And then as soon as that happened, praying for his family, and he was calling people down in Dallas that he knew and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So as soon as we find out if Errol Spence is basically ready to go, how soon till Sean Porter starts calling him out to
Of
fight?
course.
Right.
And
of course.
that's just going to be a switch from I hope you're okay to I'm going to punch you in the face.
Yeah, no, it's
Right.
true.
So
Right.
we'll see what happens
We'll
in that
see.
regard.
Yeah,
We'll
to me, my concern is the brain injury aspect. My concern is that if he fights again, if he gets hit once, that could be done for him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure because remember, your brain injuries are very serious. And you never know until the person's dead how bad it is. So,
Right. Also, you heard about Floyd. Floyd Mayweather apparently is willing to fight Manny Pacquiao in a rematch in a fight that does not go like it's an exhibition
heard it
match.
all before. Sorry,
He's calling for then I'm mistaken because I was under the impression that he's calling for a real fight.
So, I heard.
This is
maybe
a
we
money.
can
This
get
is
See
money.
if you can clarify that. Which one is it? 'Cause
Well,
that makes-
I know that he was scheduled for an exhibition match in Asia, which we already know he's
Yeah.
done one time.
Yes.
Right.
And that he negotiated his way out of that
Mm.
with under the premise that he might figure something out with Manny.
Right.
Now the problem is with any of this stuff with Floyd is that it's
It's all just to keep your name out there.
it's I mean
of course it is.
he was talking about MMA last year.
Right.
Yes.
Like it just kind of went away and nobody ever heard anything else
Floyd
about it. I mean, we
wants
all
to-
knew it was bullshit at the time anyways,
Right.
but it's like he doesn't even clarify after the fact. He doesn't
No.
even feel like he needs to clarify after
No.
the fact. So it could even be a negotiating ploy. Maybe he didn't like the terms of the exhibition match in Asia, and it could be a negotiating tactic for them. Maybe he didn't like what they were offering him, so he's like, "Well, I'm going to go fight Manny again." The thing is with him is we just don't know.
Honestly, with
True.
Floyd, to me, everything's about business and money.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
And so I think you're right. I think it's a ploy to get more money out of that contract or make money off of something else. But at the end of the day, I just feel like the Floyd Manny Pacquiao story is like, I don't know. I think Manny, after he won that fight, now, he's back, spotlight again. And I think Floyd just wants to be part of the story.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Because Floyd fights two people every time. He fights Manny and he fights 50 Cent. He's always in a battle. So to me, it's like Floyd, like I think 50 tweeted about his grandmother, and then Floyd's calling 50 ST. Like, it's always drama with Floyd. So I don't know if it's more for his brand, if it's more for just he wants to box, or if it's more for just like I have no idea.
And what's his leverage right now? What else is he going to do? He's not going to fight. He's not going to call out anybody.
That's better. That's good.
At
That's
welterweight,
good. Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Who else is he going to fight other than Manny at this point?
Right.
I think Floyd should fight someone who's actually really like his I guess like a younger fighter that's coming up.
But he's 42.
True.
So
Why is he going to risk that? At this point, even from
No,
basically
no,
the
he
age
won't risk it, but I'm saying he should. But I know he won't.
Oh, of
Floyd,
course.
Floyd only fights people that he can beat in his own way.
And at this point, most fighters, and I'm a big MMA fan, and Connor's kind of done the same. He's taken the Floyd model in a lot of ways and strategically choosing now when and who to fight at minimal risk, highest value at minimal risk. And from a fan perspective, it's like, well, yeah, of course, Floyd should put his 50-0 record on the line to fight, whoever in their prime right now. Whether it's like, why? Let's say Terrence Crawford or something. Like, why would he even risk that?
He shouldn't. But Floyd talks the most smack out of most boxers. And I feel like if we're talking smack at 42, you should get smacked down. That's what I think. That's all.
So I just want to say, in regards to the word record, I think Floyd, he's mastered. His marketing is amazing. The TBE, all that stuff.
For
right?
dollar value, it is.
It is.
For respect and
right.
other
integrity.
aspects, integrity, maybe not.
Yeah.
Because what it was, Rocky Marciano, his record of 49-0.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's been branded.
Mm-hmm.
But the word record is like the word live, Live. There's live and there's live. Look the same, different. It's same with the word record. You fought MMA. What's your record?
0-0. I've only done sparring in Muay Thai.
Okay.
Oh,
my bad.
Muay Thai.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And in Muay Thai, what's your record?
0-0.
0-0.
Only sparring.
Sparring doesn't count for nothing? Like even, okay. So, but you have one, 0-0.
My sparring record is 0 and however many have sparred.
So I say this to say, everyone has a record, right?
Yeah.
But the way it's positioned is they put it as record as achievement. Like if someone breaks a record. Mm-hmm. They're same word, different context. So when they say about Rocky Marciano's record, it's not a record of achievement. It's just a record of number.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and there's something the same with him and Rocky Marciano also, where Rocky Marciano, he was undefeated at 49-0, but what people don't talk about is he retired, he left in his prime. He left at like 31 or 32. So he left early. That's why he was able to maintain an undefeated record. No one talks about that.
That's true.
Floyd, at his 49th to tie this supposed record, was Andre Berto. And Andre Berto on fight night, you know where he was in the weight class? He was like number 18 or number 19 in the weight class.
In the rankings.
Wow.
Yes.
In the rankings,
That night. So that means when Floyd fought him, he ducked 17 other fighters and he cherry-picked Andre Berto
18.
for that 49. And then what was his number 50? Conor
McGregor.
And what was Conor McGregor at? 0-0. Okay?
Well, he had some amateur fights, but I think he had some amateur boxing.
Come on. McGregor is not a boxer.
I just have to say the point that, Floyd, the way he's able to position and manipulate people's thinking, it's amazing. But the thing is, it's about integrity. And I'll say this real quick. Manny Pacquiao, if you say pound for pound value, I think Manny Pacquiao has a more impressive career.
Oh, yes.
And what he's achieved than Floyd Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao at 40 beat Keith Thurman in his prime and he owns a belt right now at 41.
True.
Question for you.
You just set it up on the tee though. You just set up the storyline for the rematch. You know what I mean? It's like who's the greatest of all time? Sure, he's got the losses, but he's got potentially the better opponent repertoire.
Right.
So, Nick, question for you. If Manny was to fight Floyd or fight Thurman, sorry, not Manny, I mean Floyd. If Floyd fought Thurman, same fight, do you think Floyd would have beaten him like Manny did? Based on your knowledge.
I think so.
You think Floyd could beat Thurman?
Floyd, it's like Floyd's style, I think he could probably go a couple more years. It doesn't mean that I don't think that other guys couldn't beat him, but his style, I mean, it's almost like he's mastered the tactics. Like he's figured out how to maximize his physicality and the space and the skill to just avoid getting hit and outpoint a guy.
Okay.
And whereas Manny, I think he gets hit, or if you look at, let's say, Golovkin, at middleweight, that's the kind of guy that's going to degrade, I think, at a faster rate just because he gets hit so much more. Floyd just doesn't get hit, and if he still maintains enough fitness and quickness to avoid getting hit and use his style that he's always used, then, I mean, I think that he could potentially go to 44, 45 and continue on that same record. Now, it doesn't mean that he would necessarily put himself at risk, and he's definitely increasing the chances of losing
As he got older.
as he gets older.
Right.
But, I mean, his style, I think, yeah, absolutely. He could beat anybody, I think, in the top 10 and, you know, basically keep doing what he's doing. But he's not going to do that.
No, he
He's
won't.
not going to risk it. There's no way he would risk
I
that.
mean, if the money's there, he would, but Floyd
not
makes enough
there.
money, a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think if he fought Errol Spence, Floyd's taking a loss. I think if he fights Terrence Crawford, it's going the distance and potential loss. So there's people where his brand is strong, but the reality is.
But the record is a record.
Yeah, and he's the father time thing where it's undefeated.
Yeah, Spence's southpaw. I mean, that's always been the classic thing that people say. Like, Manny's got a little bit of an awkward thing with southpaws.
Right.
But I mean, you know, if I had to put money on Spence and Floyd, I'd still choose Floyd.
Really? Okay.
50-0. 50-0.
Wow. 50-0. But if
You
he did,
still got to go Floyd. I'm sorry.
all right.
Until there's a 1 there, you got to go Floyd.
Okay. So you heard boxing. Now they're talking about boxing in the Olympics. Go ahead.
Well, you're talking about pros boxing.
Yeah, pros
Right.
boxing
The
Olympics.
Sorry.
Didn't
So-
Errol Spence box in Olympics before?
Right, but he was an amateur.
An amateur.
He was an amateur then,
So here's
yeah,
how
yeah.
it goes: boxers, amateurs,
Mhm.
and then after they're amateur in the Olympics, then they turn pro. In this case, they're thinking about now having professionals fight in amateur competition.
Technical question. Has it been in the past that once you turn pro that you can relinquish your pro status to go back to the Olympics as an amateur? Because I know in some sports that's been the case. Like I think maybe skating in the past. I might be wrong with that. But is that something that's possible? Do we know?
I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure.
I mean,
I just don't know why. Like,
I don't know why.
To me, like, if you're a pro boxer, why are you fighting in the Olympics? Like, why? Like, because I feel like boxing is a kind of sport where when you fight, that like your country's behind you. You still have that kind of like a national.
Anyways.
Anyway, right? Like, so that's why like I don't think it's needed
necessary.
to be boxing Olympics, because when you win a championship and you're Brazilian or you're from Mexico or wherever, it's like the whole country's rooting for you anyway.
Anyways, yeah.
So I don't think it's really necessary for a pro to box in the Olympics. To give the amateurs, I think amateurs a chance to like perform at a higher level and get picked up. You
And
know,
along that same line, like what is really the value of Olympic nationalism versus the private sector nationalism anyways? I mean, I think that we tend to hold the Olympics up as this sort of like holier than thou, organization. But at this point, it's like, the curtain's been raised on them. Like we know the corruption issues, we know drug scandals and all this other kind of stuff, and we also know that they're a business too.
yeah.
I mean, they're making economic business decisions. They're essentially just like a giant money-making
Yeah, of course.
engine,
Yeah.
the same way as WBC or the NBA or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Are.
Like any of
So
them.
if I'm just the average person rooting for whatever sports athlete that I really appreciate, does it matter if they're in the Olympics or
It's true.
playing on the Chicago Bulls? Like,
It
does it
doesn't
really matter?
It doesn't matter. And I think it's more like, especially for boxing, I don't think it's fair to have pro boxers box in Olympics. I think amateurs need a space where they can box and perform and develop. And I feel like that's where they should get that type of national exposure. Whereas professional boxers have so much exposure already. I don't really think they should be in the Olympics. Like,
So let's just go to the other side of the coin here.
Mhm.
I mean, the common argument is if this is the best in the world, then you should see the best in the world. So, like, it's mostly, especially here in Toronto, it's been mostly applied to the hockey discussion, right? So, and, NHLers have always been in negotiation to be in the Olympics or not in the Olympics. And it's a big, it's a contentious point between the league and the players. So it matters to the players in that instance. Now, what is the difference between boxing and other sports? Well, the main one
Injuries.
is injuries. Exactly.
Injuries is huge.
So, and also the sport is different. In Olympic boxing, it's a point sport.
Mhm.
In pro boxing, it's a knockout sport.
Yeah, I'm trying to
And
kill
hurt
you.
your- hurt your
Not kill
opponent.
you,
You're
but
still trying to hurt
yeah.
them in Olympic boxing
Yeah.
too. You want to stop them if possible, but it's a point scoring system. So, can these guys transition? I don't know. I can't answer that.
well,
Well, on paper,
well,
it seems like a different.
like,
That's
like
fair,
you're fine.
that's
To
fair.
me, if I'm, for example, there's people in NFL who played in old school NFL and they still do hard hits because they're brought up trained to do hard hits. But now hard hits are like suspension. So I just feel like, how can you box to KO and then go, okay, points? Like, there's no point. Like, I feel like, and also with hockey, because the NHL, it's a intense physical sport. So yes, I don't want my if I'm an agent, why play there for? Like, why? Because NHL pays you a lot of money to play. With them, it's just more for like national respect. Who cares?
Yeah,
like
I agree. That's just my personal feeling.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
in that position. If I was in that position, maybe, and I think also different countries have different national pride that maybe they care more, you know, and like maybe us here in Canada, we just don't have that same sense of we must play for our country that
well,
other
no,
places.
yeah, like Canada doesn't have that much pride for Olympics.
Like
let's be real.
would Manny want to fight for the Philippines?
Of course he would.
You know,
yeah.
I mean, he's a politician.
Of course
would
he would.
insist on it if he had the opportunity?
Of course, Manny would. Yeah, you're right.
That'd be a good story. But for tennis, in Tokyo 2020, Federer is thinking about playing.
I think he is playing. He says he's going to play.
He's going to play.
Well, he wants.
He
He
said
says he wants to
officially
play.
come out and
Yeah,
say
he's
And
playing for sure.
Naomi Osaka, she wants to represent Japan.
she relinquished her American
Well,
citizenship.
only
Yes.
because that's Japan's rule, though.
It is.
For Japan, if you're a dual citizen, you must pick a citizen. You must pick a country.
So, but why now all of a sudden? But obviously, it was spurned on now because the Olympics are in a year, and
it also it's in Tokyo. So like
exactly. So they probably went to her and said, "You got to make a choice now," because I mean, for their own marketing, for
of course,
they're leading right up to the Olympics, and she's
And
one of their
also,
big stars. So it's like,
hey, also there's a Porsche, there's a BMW. Do you want any other cars you want? Like we're gonna like she will be a legend. That girl is set for life.
Oh,
Set for life.
you're talking about from what, the Japanese government?
For everything.
So would the American government do the same thing for her?
Listen, Trump. What will Trump do for her? What Trump do for her?
I don't
No.
know. I can't say whether
Tell
he
you,
would or wouldn't.
Japan for sure said, okay, you know what? You sign on us. We're gonna give you at least a whole island over there. She's set.
But real quick, I want to say this. So we spoke about boxing in the Olympics, and I think we're pretty much on the same page.
Yes.
Nah.
I think nah.
Okay.
If I mean, that's just my own choice. You know, without going into the other sides of it, I think nah.
I think
Alright.
don't box.
And then
Yeah.
now we spoke about tennis in the Olympics, Tokyo 2020, and we're okay with Federer, and
I
we're
am.
okay with Osaka.
I think
Well-
they
Real
deserve
quick,
different.
what-
They deserve different criteria.
And real quick, just go over why.
It's different. So for me, it's because with tennis, there isn't any serious harm to your actual professional career. Whereas in boxing, if you're boxing someone in Olympics and for some reason you injure something, whatever, your professional career is over.
Well, you could tear
So-
a knee. You
so
could tear
there's more risk
a
to me.
labrum in
No,
tennis.
yes, that's true. But I just truly believe that in terms of like, remember, tennis is also based also by endorsements. So those athletes there are endorsements more heavy than actual whatever.
Than purse.
Yeah. So that's why I think tennis is more for them to create more national exposure for them. That's all.
Fair enough.
It's marketing to me.
Fair enough. Lastly, I want to get into real quick your top 4 athlete actors.
Athlete actors.
So what we'll do is we'll throw them all, and we'll see if we can get 4 real quick.
Okay.
Cam Neely.
Cam Neely.
Dumb and Dumber.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I didn't even know. Yo, Nicky's showing his age. Yeah, he's showing his age.
No,
He was in other stuff too,
That's
though.
good.
No,
though.
but that's good though.
Cam Neely, I never would have thought.
I never would have thought of that.
Let's just see. He was in other
Wow.
stuff. And he was good.
Of course, me, I am this. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Okay. All right.
So we're eliminating
The Rock.
We're eliminating real sports when we're
Hey,
talking.
No,
wrestling.
Oh, that's true. He did play football.
He
Yeah,
plays
they do, yeah, yeah.
football.
He was on practice
Don't
roster,
hate.
right?
He plays.
Right.
He played in the CFL.
Right.
Are you dogging the CFL, Nick? Huh? Are you
Okay.
dogging the
Or
CFL?
can we go the other way? Are WWE
I look at the sport.
wrestlers, are they actors? So can I say?
Oh, they're actors
Can
too.
I say Brock Lesnar?
No, I mean
he was a real
no,
fighter
it's
and a-
true.
and
There
an
there
actor.
are you can there
Fair
are
enough, fair
actors. How about that guy? What's his name? Like he's like 5 brothers. He's like
In what sport?
he was a fighter, not fighter, but like oh my goodness, I gotta look up his name now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna throw out some names.
Yes.
Michael Jordan, Space Jam.
Yeah.
Ray Allen, He Got Game.
Yes.
I'm just trying. Shaq, Kazam.
Which I saw in a
Yeah.
drive-in.
Shaz-
Drive-in, yeah, the drive-in.
I
Oh,
haven't
really?
seen
I would really
Shazam.
go blue chips, but whatever. But I got the ultimate that I don't think anyone's thought of.
Stone Cold. Yes, he was in
You
quite a
ready?
few movies.
Bruce Lee.
Oh, that's
Oh.
true.
Yes,
That's
of course.
Now, was he an actor first or an athlete? Well, no,
No, he was
Right.
like he.
Hey.
Remember, he was a
that
king
went
of.
hand in hand, though. That went
Yeah.
hand in hand.
Yeah.
They weren't really
He
separate.
wasn't really acting.
Yeah.
He was doing what he does normally every day, but just on camera.
Hey, what about this one? Mike Tyson Mini Mysteries, or whatever it's called. His animation. That's voice acting, but
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
he's renowned for it at this point.
And of
Fair
course,
enough.
soon LeBron James.
Oh yeah, it was Space.
Oh, the
Space
new
Jam.
Space Jam.
Space
Space
Jam.
Jam.
Soon
New Space
LeBron
Jam.
James.
He's been
Yeah.
playing himself.
All right, let's get
And
real
of
quick
course,
on 4.
or Rick Fox. You forgot Rick Fox.
Rick
you mentioned
Fox,
him. Rick
yes.
Fox. He's been yes. I
He's
met
got-
Rick. I met Rick before. I met Rick.
This is one of those ones where I'm going to be in the car on the way home and
and
remember,
and then
five
pop into
more.
Of
yeah. So can we consensus get 4 real quick?
So mine is Rick Fox,
Rick
Dwayne
Fox.
Johnson, Hulk Hogan.
That's true. He was in
Hulk
Rocky
Hogan was enough.
3, Rocky 3.
Right.
Hulk Hogan, and then let's do Arnold. Arnold
course,
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold.
Okay, fine.
Lou Ferrigno. He was
Oh,
the
yes.
original.
Oh.
Oh, there's a lot. Yeah.
All right, I'm
quite a
taking
bit.
them. Bruce Lee, Lou Ferrigno, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, I'm doing a Ray Allen. Those guys are all gone now.
I think Joe Montana was in something once.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think so. I think so too.
like bad acting, but
Yeah.
he was in something.
I mean, they're all bad actors. Let's be real. They're athletes, but hey,
But
they
that's
try.
why I say Cam
But-
Neely and anybody who hasn't seen his performance in Dumb and Dumber.
Yes, he was
I'll-
great.
I'll go back.
It's legitimate
No,
acting.
I'll
he's
go
really
back.
He's a
good.
believable random character to the point where I was like, that guy really looks like Cam Neely. And I was like, there's no way that's actually Cam Neely, just because he's so in character that I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it was actually
Yeah,
him.
no, he
until
did a
I
good
found
job.
out.
I forgot about that, and I love me some Dumb and Dumber. That's
Mm.
my movie, yo.
All
So
right.
funny.
All right, well, I just want to wrap this up right now.
You're in the zone.
You're in the zone. Nick.
Nick was in the zone. He entered.
Thanks for having me.
Of
No,
course.
amazing.
Thank you
Love
for
what you
being
bring.
here.
Any shout outs?
Any shout?
Anything.
Or any last
Hi,
thoughts? Or any last
Hi,
thoughts?
Nick's mom.
Any call outs? You want to call out today?
I'm good.
You good?
Okay, no call outs today.
I got one in
Um,
particular. Go ahead.
I want to shout out my fantasy basketball group chat. Bring it on. We got our fantasy draft tomorrow night, and the Immortals are ready for you.
Nice.
So that's it.
I'm shouting out Team Canada, national team soccer.
They played
beat-
US, right?
Beat the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
last night, and that's the first time that Team Canada beat United States in 35 years. 2-0.
Let's go. Trump. I've been Trump. Trump.
Name 5 players.
I can't. Oh, I'm not doing that.
And actually, just for maybe when we talk next time, Kovalev Canelo's coming up soon.
Yes.
Also, Nate and Masvidal's November 2nd. So just a couple fights that I'm going to be watching out for.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
future
Watch out for them.
discussions.
You heard it from Nick.
You heard it from Nick.
All right, so that's Zoned In Podcast. We out.